My name is Mingy, and today I'm going to introduce Disabled United Student Community, which is DUSC at UCSD. To begin with, I'll first briefly introduce our organization, starting with who we are. We are a virtual student group offering a place for students with disabilities or chronic conditions to mix, engage, learn, and share in a safe space. What's significant is that we value inclusion, diversity, intersectionality, since we recognize that each person may hold different identities at the same time. So we know that keeping those in mind is really important for our student organization, though it's emphasized in disability. So next is our purpose. We have two major purposes. One is to create a community for students with disabilities to share in a safe space. And then is to celebrate, educate, and then develop a better understanding of the inclusive nature of disability for social justice. So we welcome everyone who is interested in promoting accessibility as a social justice to join us. And this is the favorite page because there's the power of will attached. We really explore the intersectionality of ethnic, spiritual, and social dynamic of disabilities. Because as you can see in this power well, even though someone may be privileged or have power in some aspect of their identities, they may be marginalized in other aspects. We see the ability here, for able-bodied person, they are privileged in this aspect. But for disabled students or other people with disabilities, they are marginalized in this section, but they may also marginalize in other identities. So we regard intersectionality as a really important component of our club, because we know that people may have privilege in one aspect, but also be marginalized in some other aspect too. And then we want to clarify some important terms about disability and disableism. So one important definition is disability. What is the definition of it? So there's no some most proper definition. The most closest one is disability is a form of being. We could see many definitions of disability. It sounds really ableist. What is called ableist? Ableist is we believe that able person is behave better than these people with disabilities. We believe that people with disabilities need to receive treatment, need to receive surgeries, their disease need to be cured. So this is a form of ableism. And what we want to emphasize is a disability culture where we believe that disability is not a disease that should be treated, should not be treated as something we need to do surgery or something like that. It's just another way of being like anyone else. So I'll next introduce some of our recent events. One is our virtual reading room, and we were currently developing our website. We can see at the left corner here, http://ucsd.edu. You can access the website to see our information. And one particular event that we were doing is the virtual reading room. In this reading room, we were gathering important aspects of disability in higher education, ableism that I just mentioned, the accessibility in policies and guidelines, the data privacy at UC or UCSD, and actually, the privacy here is also one important component that we emphasize, because we know that like there are lots of types of disabilities. Like not everyone wants to talk about their disabilities. So we need to ensure the students' privacy at UCSD and also as well as when they are in our club. And also there are topics about disability as central to their identity, their self-identification as the social construct, and also the intersectionality of the social justice. And there are many more topics about accessibility and disabilities. You can all find that in our virtual reading room. So next is the upcoming events. First is we were planning on developing a safe zone training for all the students regarding the disability and accessibility issue. We feel like this is important because sometimes we find it difficult to like communicate or to talk with people with disabilities when we don't know where is the safe place. So we want to create this safe zone training for people and for everyone with disabilities to how to communicate with each other, like how to view disability as a social justice. And then this as speaker series, we plan to invite different professors or writers like who is really famous or well known in this disability issue, to invite them to share some stories with us and share their knowledge with us. And then next is the virtual exhibit space, where we'll be posting many students' work, like the poetry we have, the other portfolio or project, not necessarily related to accessibility issues, just any student work that could be exhibited to see what have our students have done. And then I'm going to introduce our faculty advisor, the Professor Matthew Herbst. So he's the teaching professor in the Department of Holistic Study and also the director of Making the Modern World program. So if you are interested, you can also look him up online. And he's our faculty advisor, so he'll offering us many useful suggestions. And also he will host a disability program in this summer. It's also a part of Making the Modern World program. More information could be found on our website. So this link is our website. It basically has the About Us page, the frequently asked questions, some common glossaries, and our virtual reading room that I just mentioned, the virtual exhibit space, and contact us, where it's our contact information and a survey. So if you are really interested in working with us to promote accessibility or being part of our community, you can fill out the Get Involved survey, which could be found under the Contact Us page in our website. And also let us know how would you like to help us, or email us at the dusc.ucsd.edu website for further information. So that's all for today. If you have any questions, you can just unmute and ask us. And thank you.